I want you guys to just think about something when someone is turtled, right? We want to sort of make a distinction between a turtle position where his elbows and knees are on the mat versus anything else where he's got his hands on the mat or he's up off of his knees on his hands and feet, okay? You're still behind him, but this is not really turtle anymore. This is more of like it's kind of a different game that you want to play. Whenever he's down on his elbows and knees, it's safer to take grips like seatbelts. The second he starts building height with his hips, seatbelts become somewhat of a liability because I'm going to start sliding off of his shoulders. So we're going to make a rule that anytime we expose the back and his elbows come off the floor, we go behind the elbows. And it doesn't really matter what grip you choose. Okay, there's some that are good for different things, but it doesn't really matter. The point is, we're behind his elbows. This is not exactly behind the elbows. I haven't changed my body, but there's nothing stopping him pulling this arm back and then starting to put me back in front of the elbows. Okay, so this is a really important part of the lesson. What we're going to look to do is we're going to start out in a guard situation. We're going to come out, we're going to be playing against a guy on two knees, and we're going to just hit an arm drag. Now, as we start rising, he's going to start rising with us, and as he starts coming up, we're going to switch to the drag to a rear chest lock here. So I've got my hands locked underneath his armpits, and all we're going to do is spiral him down. So I'm going to open my right elbow on the near side and close my left elbow, and I'm going to break him down to a hip from here. Once I get him down to a hip, we can switch to a seatbelt and start taking him back. So we hit our arm drag, he starts rising, we switch from the grip in front of the elbow to behind. Open and close, passing him down to his elbow and hip. We can look to start taking the back from there. All right, let's go. So the most important thing, I'm going to keep saying it throughout the whole lesson, is we need to stay behind his elbows when he starts to get mobile. So it doesn't matter how we expose the back. It could have been through a passing situation. It could have been from guard. It doesn't really matter. The point is that when his back is exposed, he's not going to just go to turtle and accept it, okay? Especially if I'm coming from guard. Because if I come from guard and I snap him down and I go behind him, this is 2 points now for me if he stays down on his knees. So everyone is going to pop up, and if we're on that seatbelt and he pops up, we're going to lose the guy. So the second you start creating back exposure and you see him coming up, we're immediately going to this position here. Now what I don't want to have happen is he stands up and then he comes off his hands. This is now not a good situation. So we want to keep him down as long as we can. So the second we go behind and expose the back, we feel him start coming up, we have to lean weight onto his hands. So just think about how you're directing your weight. If you're leaning towards his hips, his head can rise like this. If I'm leaning towards his head, his hips can rise, but that isn't really something we can stop. As long as his hips can rise, but his head can't, we're still in a good position. Now, what we can think about doing is, like I said, breaking him down with that spiral ride. But if he takes a very wide stance, just come out all the way up, it's okay. No, hands on the mat, little guy. If he takes a really wide stance, this can be hard because we can go into this circling battle. So this is where we're going to use a Kosoto hook. Come this way a bit, please. We're going to step between his legs, and this job of this hook is to spread his legs wider like this. And it's going to make it very easy for me to put my first hook in. So we're in this rear body lock, we're putting weight through his hands, we step in, we rake the leg back, and we rake the leg back, and now we have our first hook. From here, if there's space, we'll always just cast our second hook in, and now we're on the back. Or if there's no space, we'll come through, rotate this way, please. There's no space, we'll lock our knee next to his quad, and then we'll cross our feet from this position, and we're in that high ball ride. Let's come back. So say we hit that same arm drag, we come up, he starts rising, we put weight through his legs, through his hands, sorry. We feel there's that wide stance. So we spread the legs apart, hook comes in, and we throw the hook in. If there's no space, we go high ball right, and then staying behind the elbows from here. All right, let's give this a go. And we're putting weight through his hands. It can kind of be awkward to reach the leg. So you have to take weight off the hands to get to this position where you can start raking his foot back with this Kosoto hook. But at the same time, he can now start to stand on you like this. But we're in this position where our knees are pinched. Okay, so whenever we're in this knee pinch position, you have to be careful. If ever you just sit on the side of your partner's knee and just explode into the side of their leg, you're gonna cripple your partner. So never do that. Never do anything where you're just sitting on your partner's knee and hoping for the best. Whenever we're here, if you can just lean and put their weight back on their hands, is always a good choice. But if you feel like that's tricky, what you're gonna do is put your hook in and you're gonna spoke his far leg like this. Now what I'm gonna look to do is I'm gonna, let's rotate this way slightly so we don't hop into GURP. Now, I'm gonna lean, stay as strong as you can. I'm gonna lean forward like this, and I'm gonna hop, 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 until he falls between my legs here. And now I have to switch from a rear body lock to a grip over his shoulder. Because if I stay here, he's gonna go high on me like this. So I need a grip to stop him going high. So as he tries to bridge over the shoulder, I can pull him between my legs and lock my seatbelt. We get behind him, he stands up, he gets off of his hands, so we go to this. Now we lean and hop, 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 and we get to this position here where I'm pulling him down between my legs. I'm looking for that second hook. All right, let's give this a go. So if you ever get lost in which direction to go, just stand back up, please. Just go where his head is pointed, okay? Remember what we wanted to do? We wanted to break him back down to his hands, okay? So all of your movement has to be in the direction to put him back down to his hands. If ever you get lost, your roadmap is, if he's standing, make him less athletic. So right now, this is the most athletic he could be. That's slightly less athletic. That's a bit less athletic. This is the least athletic, okay? Your roadmap is always taking him from standing to ground. So another way we could do this is if I feel I just cannot bring his weight forward, he's just upright. What we can look to do is use a hip crank. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna go long with my grip. So I'm gonna reach across his waist and I'm gonna lock a 10 finger, palm to palm, whatever's comfortable for you. If he's like large, you may only have to get a 10 finger, but if you can, go towards a wrist to wrist, palm to palm. And now you're gonna take your grip towards his quad from here. And now you're gonna crank his leg down as you run him this direction. Now one of two things will happen. He will land on his hip and quickly pop up to a turtle, which you can now go towards a seatbelt and start attacking turtle how you know. Or he stays on his hip, in which you can attack it again however you feel. But it's just a way to make him less athletic. So let's come back. So that's one. We reach across the waist, we go to that hip crank, and we break him down, ready to attack the back. What will happen sometimes is you'll put weight through him this way, move this way a bit, and he'll be stepping, defending it, and then you're gonna quickly change directions and pull back the other direction. So he's widening, come back. He's defending by shifting all his weight in this direction. If his head travels over this foot, he will fall. So he shifts his weight to his other foot. So we go one, and then we cut him back the other way. And now we're just attached to the back from there. Let's go.